are. The stream is about to start. Grab your favorite drink. Sit back and relax. You're chilling with Hex Asians. With your host, Crypto Vince, Uncle Kevin Hex, and Middle Class Working Man.
Hex Asians? Nice.
Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! Emotional damage! Give me sushi!
Namaste and welcome back to another episode of Exasions. Apologies for my delay, but you see, I updated my Windows for my laptop, and it's I think it contacted its mothership finally, and now it's giving me trouble. But never mind, I am still here, and hey, after all these things that have been happening in the past week, I can say at least I'm alive. So thank you for those who are watching, at least who will be watching on replay. And you know the drill. Turn your speed to 2x, and let me know in comments what you guys are drinking. Today I'm drinking some neighbor's coffee. I had it earlier because I was getting a bit of a caffeine headache. You know, I don't know why, but it's a weird branding, Neighbor's coffee. Hey boy, what are you drinking? Oh, I am just drinking neighbor's coffee. Hey, why are you drinking neighbor's coffee? You should get your own. Very bad joke. I would say a dad joke in line with the Father's Day special, I guess. But hey, once again, thanks for. I would like to thank my dad for making me exist in this world. I'm kind of sorry I didn't get to call him yesterday, which was actually Father's Day. And so technically today is not a Father's Day. So for those people who are not a father yet, uh, happy not a Father's Day. You know, the thing is, men technically don't have a biological clock, so yeah, you can be a father anytime. You know, the gun may stop working, but the bullets are act, still remain alive for a long time. So with now modern technology, you can have kids at any age. Oh, I see Emma has joined the chat. Oh, I forgot to post the invite link. Hey, if you want to share your Father's Day stories, please do. It's really not that big of a deal in India. I say so. I mean, yeah, there is corporate marketing for Father's Day in India as well, but I think Indians like just aren't as open to their family about their love as much personally. There is this clip from what's that? That 70s show where the Red Foreman, the father, tells his kid that the only time you are allowed to confess your uh, emotions to your father is when he or she is in the deathbed. Otherwise, his love is just a given. You know, kind of that idea, especially in Indian parents. Like, yeah, they love you despite of all the things they may not show, the strictness, etc., etc. But hey, it's a different kind of love. Mm, like violence is their love language, as someone might put it. By the way, uh, yeah, I'm running out of things to say. I'm running out of ideas while uh, there are a lot of things going on. So I, I sometimes I wish I follow my own advice. I should have created a list of pointers to talk about. One thing I wanted to say was, last week's live stream, the thumbnail. I was talking about a storm, but if you have been on social media lately, I see a lot of videos shot from rooftops showing la- lightning strikes or thunder strike falling down to the ground. Maybe it was a prophetic uh, kind of thing, but uh, it was expected, kind of. Like if you do so, and what was the newspeak term for it? Preemptive strikes, which uh, yeah, it is. I saw someone saying, yeah, preemptive is just a euphemistic term for unprovoked. Like you have to give evidence at least after you have done the strikes to show that you were targeting some terrorist organization or terror. If you don't, then it's just a unprovoked attack. And when you attack someone unprovoked, you are likely to see a retaliation. What's I saw last week. The other thing that happened last week, yeah, the parade for Donald Trump's birthday. Uh, like I didn't see much of a fanfare about, but yeah, it was it was. And we have Emma joining us. Good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening. How are
Singapore?
you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. How are things in Singapore?
Things are okay. The weather is very hot. I think it's much more hotter than when I was in the Philippines. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like the past couple of weeks, Philippines, the rains have cooled down the weather a bit, but it's really humid. So like very sweaty. I'm drinking a lot of water. But yeah, that's a different issue. Uh, any uh, any newsworthy events happening in Singapore? We
Yeah.
rarely see anything from, like, at least my social media feed is partly Philippines, partly India, and of course US. So nothing. Other countries don't pop up as much. Uh,
Not so
any,
sure, but I think on last week or last 2 weeks ago, there is a regulation in the from the Singapore authority about crypto that they don't allow crypto companies here to so-called send money to overseas or something like that. There is a ruling regulation. Yeah, I briefly read about it, but just yeah.
yeah, well. yeah,
Okay.
it's basically, yeah, I think there are already kind of restrictions to money transfer, but I don't know how they are going to implement it. Like, yeah, cross-border payment of like you don't really have to exchange money if you are using crypto. That is that's kind of one of the simple ways to explain crypto to people who don't know. At least in India, it's like Hawala. Have you heard of Hawala? I think you might have, but
Oh,
like
I
so you
don't recall.
Hawala is a kind of an ancient banking system, mostly like popularized in I would say Arabic countries, but it's everywhere. So basically, there is no actual money transfer. It's just communication. You get your goods and services. Uh, uh, look, kind of like if I say for instance, I want to buy something from Singapore, and so I don't buy it from the shop. I give you the money. You buy it from um, the shop, and it sends me that. So actually, I'm not transferring any Singaporean dollars. Just so that's kind of how things are supposed to work. But
Hmm. So what
it's
it means
weird.
that you pay someone to buy for you the goods, is it?
It's kind of an over simplification of it, but I think how should I put it? So instead of transferring money directly from one place to other, it's like there is a kind of a middleman which uh, does it for you. But now, like right now, it's very. I'm kind of hazy. I think I'm mixing up two systems. So, so that maybe I should skip that part. But there are already regulations against crypto. I think in the Philippines as well, like AML KYC does apply, but like cross country payment using fiat is kind of still there is a financial body that overlooks, and the Philippines is still under sanctions up for it. Yeah. Anyways, I'm losing my mind. Uh, anyways, boring stuff. Do you have any special stories for Father's Day?
Nah, I mean, I don't even know it was Father's Day yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, like,
Like,
just yeah, just came to work and like, oh, it's Father's Day. Okay, yeah.
like, yeah, like, uh, there aren't any kind of advertisements or anything. Here in the Philippines, there is always like crazy advertisement, especially Jollibee. Like each year it puts. I haven't seen the latest one, but last couple of years they always put a tearjerker of an ad for Father's Day and Mother's Day, just to sell a few more burgers.
Mhm.
But hey. Mm,
You know something interesting? When it comes to Mother's Day, right? The gist is that you're supposed to let the mother rest and not do housework and everything, right? Imagine, so in Father's Day, right? The father is supposed to rest, shake leg, not do anything, but I think it's impossible because women cannot see guys do nothing. Yeah. So basically, that
it's
Father's
the
Day, if the mother, like, if the mother is cleaning the housework, and cooking food, and sort of father just, like, Father's Day, playing games, watching TV, right? The woman will just get very right up and say, what, then okay, yeah, something
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
yeah, like, and even the advertisements for Father's Day gift, it's always something like that will help your father work, like tools or some barbecue stuff. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, but today is not Father's Day. Today is not a Father's Day. So I am celebrating not a Father's Day. That I, I couldn't get the video clip. There is this show called Judge Judy, where there is always paternity dispute thing like,
Yes.
congratulations, you are not the father. And
Yeah,
the
it's
guy
stupid.
said,
That is so stupid. The show is just drama. I don't even know whether it's true life cases or it's all scripted, because it's in
like, it's TV. Of course, it is kind of scripted, and yeah, mostly scripted, and yeah, yeah. But there is this funny thing I found out, yeah, on the internet, and of course, it's on the internet, so it must be true that in Italy, like paternity tests have been outlawed, so it's illegal to get a paternity test uh, according to what the article said, because like Italy has this strong culture of polyamory or adultery, like it would break up a lot of households. So it's better not to know. You get a kid, you get a kid. Don't try to see whether it's yours or not. Just go with it. I find it very amusing. What do you think? It can be true.
could
Uh,
also.
I will ask Copilot, or should I ask Grok or Gemini or Cohen? Is if it is true. Like, that's another thing I have been kind of getting annoyed by. Most of the like on Twitter or X, like most of the posts, right after the post, the next comment is Grok at Grok. Is this true? At Grok, please can you explain? Like, yeah, it is kind of helpful sometimes, but Grok gives out like wrong answers multiple times without any remorse. Like, eh, and the only way you can know if it is true, if it is if you know what it is true. I was like, there is these clips of videos or old, they put movie clips on video, and they I get to see which movie title it is, and I see Croc's reply. I know that the movie name is wrong, and like, yeah, people are getting dumber and dumber. It's all part of the plan for the new world order, man. Like, yeah, they're dumbing people down.
New order. The latest news, I think, like what you say, is the Israeli and the Iranian thing, and the media. Such a very, very messy and a lot of misinformation and funny thing that is going on. Yeah, yeah. I'm
You
trying
know,
to keep myself neutral, but I just, whatever opinions I have, sometimes you cannot say this kind of thing in Singapore, because if you do, then people will say, "Oh, you here and there and everything." Yeah. Mm.
yeah, like, yeah, in Singapore, I would be extra cautious of what I say, and
Yes. Yeah.
but i-
Yes. Yeah.
India too, like, and in the like, yeah, like there is kind of but the whole point of media and now social media is manufacturing consent. So, you know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
all part of the great military industrial complex. They are just, look, war is profitable, and that's why we have these wars. Like,
true.
eh,
Like what you said.
I sorry, I
Yeah,
cut you off.
yeah, I mean, like what you said earlier, like the media said that it's a make a preemptive strike, but you know that is like that's a kind of thing they always say, and then when when people retaliate back, then they say, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, as sometimes the US they say that we make a preemptive strike against there's a gathering of thing, sometimes they just saw like a couple of like in Afghanistan they can have like a party down there, but then there's the drone saw, oh, there's a gathering of people, oh, it's a terrorist gathering bomb, but then it's just a gathering or party. I think it happens during Obama's time, but of course it's all hush up
Like,
and yeah.
yeah, like it's not just Obama time. It's been going on for a long time.
Yes, yeah, yeah. But I
That's
mean,
just justification. Uh,
yeah, but the difference is that in
like,
Obama's time is the drone, is the drone surveillance here and there and everything. But what we to say, yeah,
so, sorry, I will turn off my camera for a little while. Anyways,
mm,
I feel I'm having a bad hair day, so I'm not looking. This picture looks better instead of my face.
yeah,
Uh, so yeah, like I really didn't want to discuss this thing re- regarding the war, but we can't avoid it. Like
yeah.
talking about
Kind of avoid it anyway.
it, it's kind of dirty. People are look,
But
like,
in the end, I think this is just a smoke screen. Yeah, right. You have the Israeli attack, the Iranian, then they counter check. So this news is such a big hoo ha and everything. But at the same time, I feel that this these forces they will just go into Gaza. They will just go into Gaza and start their own funny business and everything. But because of the big news of the conflict between this thing and Iran, right? It's overshadowed by whatever things they do in Gaza and everything. Yeah, I mean that is what I feel. Yeah. And some more they say that by the time when when Israeli did a preemptive strike and Iran fight back, they Benjamin Netanyahu took take a flight and run away to Greece or something. Yeah, that's also trending and everything. Yeah.
it's uh, hiding lion.
Yeah.
The rising lion was called the running lion or hiding
Uh,
lion.
I mean, come on. I mean, realistically, I mean, come on. The conflict with India and Pakistan, I can see both presidents, uh, never running away. Yeah, probably trying to, yeah. But who
Like,
knows?
yeah,
Who am I to say? Yeah. Mhm.
yeah. And by the way, like in at least when the India Pakistan thing happened,
Mm.
India didn't like. Uh, First of all, Pakistan, like there was a terror attack in India,
Yes,
which
yes, yes,
was
yeah.
which
Mm.
was traced back to Pakistan, and
Mm.
India gave evidence of all the sites being terrorist sites to the international community. But still, India is considered the bad guy. It's
Yeah,
okay, like
yeah.
yeah,
Like I said, all these things are, we do not know what's the this funny agenda of the media and everything. It's all very messed up sometimes. Yeah.
very messed up. Like, and I don't know why people are cheering on for a full blown war. Ah, like at the end of the day, there are going to be human lives lost.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Uh, but even I sometimes feel like, yes, yeah, do it. Just go full nuclear, end this forever. Like one last time, like the war to end all wars. Do it. Like it will be better off. Like Of course, I am being sarcastic, but
True. Yeah, but the rule is that is like whoever used the first nuclear weapons, they will be the bad guy. Yeah.
uh, actually now I have thought about it. Like, you know, if the country does use nuclear weapons, and if it is strong enough, the world will just quiet up, like be shut up, like what it did with the US. uh, like, did US face any consequences for using nuclear bombs? No. Why? Because US has nuclear bombs that are dangerous.
Yeah.
Why doesn't the US attack North Korea? Because it does have nuclear bombs. Why does the US not directly attack Russia? Why? Because it has nuclear bombs. So
Mm.
that's the whole thing. If a country were to use a nuclear bomb first, it should like use heavy industrial strength bombs. No, then the world will just, hey boy, calm down, you know. And that's just my crazy mind.
Yeah, yeah. True. True. Anyway, uh, any news about the from the Hex and Palestine area? Because I have not been following much about the news. Yeah, only heard about the Richard keep tweeting about his exercise regime. That's all the only thing I've been seeing. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's like from Richard himself. That's the only thing I have got, which I'm like, dude, you are a multi-millionaire, at least, allegedly a billionaire. Hire a personal trainer, and for some extra cash, he will run with you wherever you go. So hire a personal trainer. It's much better, you know. That you he can correct your form, give better advice, but that's a different issue altogether. But no, he's a know-it-all. Yes, there was some flooding news, or I don't know. There is apparently a bug in the pump dot tires. I saw a post from a guy yesterday. Let me bring that up. Just a sec. So yeah, apparently two bugs are live on pump.tires. This website is not safe. For every token that has launched is at a loss of over 40 to 60 million pulse in user funds are lost on every single token that has ever been launched. Here's what is happening. Token creation is sometimes broken. Some tokens mint with unknown name and no pool to buy or sell into. If the creator used any amount of pulse to prime, they are gone forever. If you launch a token with 200 million pulse on you are meant to receive 797 million tokens with a stated burn of 1% pulse, but in practice users are reporting a hidden loss of 40 to 60 million pulse when attempting to sell the full supply on PulseX. Only 140 to 160 million tokens are liquid or tradable. The math doesn't match. The real burn is far higher than claimed. Uh, Contracts are still unverified. No one can audit the code. You are flying blind. Users are losing funds when depositing. Logical flaws in the contract can drain wallet. no support or email or X account, no contracts are verified and issues fixed. Do not use this site. There is evidence of a single actor operating since day one, helping every token launch on the site. This wallet pushes 70 million pulse into each token and instantly dumps it on PulseX for 75 to 80 million pulse without ever signing a signing a token send approval. Uh, this behavior strongly suggests access to admin keys or privileged contract functions likely tied to Richard or someone from the core team. Regular users cannot perform these actions without approval
Whenever shower,
permissions from
whenever
PulseX.
shower. Okay. Wash your private part now. Have you washed, Munira?
Uh, so you unmuted when you are supposed to be muted and mute.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I'm telling my daughter to shower and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Hold on.
okay.
Let me.
It's okay. So there is this. I don't know whether this is true or whether or not uh, it can be proven or disproven. So I take it with a pinch of salt. I am not using the website anyways, and yeah,
Okay,
I just
next.
don't deal with
Okay. Sorry for the not for the extra thingy whatever lah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So about the
yeah.
pump tires. So uh, eh,
Yeah, pump tires. Somebody is draining pump tires, kind of like launching nameless tokens and dumping them on PulseX without actually get having the need to do an approval from PulseX. So yeah,
yeah.
good thing.
But wouldn't it be like the only person who can do it will be the like the devs who created the pump.tires website and the contract? Yeah. Because since this thing is like it's automatic. I mean, once you reach a certain amount, then it will straight away send to Pulsec.
Uh, yeah, someone has privilege rights on pump tires, and we already knew that because yeah, somebody changed the default exchange from PulseX V2 to V1. Remember when Richard tweeted that? Yeah, it does have admin keys. Uh, so I don't recommend using it anyways. I was going to launch a meme coin there,
Yeah.
but yeah, I decided not to. Good thing at least, or maybe if I had, I could have had much more pulse. We'd never know. But either way, I am happy. If I wanted to, yeah, it doesn't take much to launch a meme coin. That's the only interesting news I heard from Pulse X or Pulse X wise. Like, yeah,
Yep.
can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. You're
Yeah.
mute suddenly. Yeah.
I don't know why the headphones died, mic battery, but yeah, that's the only kind of interesting news. Hex price wise, it has been moving kind of sideways, slightly lower even, I guess, but nothing interesting as such. No updates. Uh, I think I covered one of the protocols that was launched a few days ago. Validator X, which kind of lets you uh, stake pulse for, without having to run a validator.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, price has been mostly flat
Mm.
in
You know,
this
yeah,
6 or point 0.7,
about point zero
oh,
six.
point 0.6 cent range. Sideways action, okay, and yeah, but it still looks negative on the daily, weekly, slightly less negative, monthly.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
doesn't look very good.
mm,
Stop sharing. Doesn't look very positive. So nothing much. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, the media and everything has been flooded with World War III. So nothing else seems as interesting. But
yeah,
yeah,
this yeah. Anyway, for I mean, before we start, I mean, for the prices of hacks, I mean, for the market, it looks like they are quite flat horizontal movement. Yeah, but I think the trend is going to be like, for example, you can see the price of Bitcoin. The highest we reach is 110 or something, or 108K. Yeah, but I think if you probably give it a few more months, about by next year, I think most likely, the prices will start to drop. Yeah. Mm-mm.
let's see. For like, there is look. War is good for the economy, especially US economy. So that is going to affect the crypto markets as well. Plus, we have kind of we are waiting for the Fed to drop the interest rates next month. So that is also going to be affecting it. In terms of, I think Ethereum has been like being undervalued. There are going to be updates to it soon. I haven't kept up with everything, but yeah, overall, yeah, the crypto is right now not a very interesting. So that is what it reflects in the markets currently.
Mm, mm, mm.
Right now, the war stocks are what are the hottest thing right now. Uh, yeah. Raytheon and what's that? Okay.
Raytheon, Boeing. What else? I don't know. Trump coin.
Um, and yeah, that's about it. Hopefully, we'll have some good news next week and we can talk about it more on stream. Right now, I am out of ideas to talk about.
Yeah. I think the world is too much negative news, and war and killing. There are some people who the narrative is like, they enjoy, teach them lessons. But I think for majority of the Americans who are sane, they probably would not want Trump, the administration, or the US to get involved anymore in the Middle East, because I think what is happening in the US, I think is it in California or something, they're having riots and all this kind of unrest, crime rates and everything. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, well, that's true. Anyways, mm, yeah, last week also there was an air crash in India
Oh yeah.
because you brought up the Boeing in name. Like, yeah, that was a very sad thing to happen apparently. So,
Yeah. They found out what happened.
Boeing.
I mean,
I
from
think
the
the investigations are still going on, but when it comes to Boeing, I like there is always allegations, or rather,
yeah.
the whistleblowers are blown away. So we may never know.
Yeah, but I'm very uh, the sole survivor. I'm quite pity him because he now had to live with survivor's guilt as the only one who have survived. So yeah, not quite a
Uh,
very nice way to live. Yeah,
and
yeah,
with that also, like, there were people posting videos about how the plane crashed into a building and the whole building did not collapse completely. So they were making parallels to, you know what, like, yeah, airplanes cannot, jet fuel does not burn steel beams, is what they were saying. That's a different issue altogether.
yeah,
Anyways, I think it's I have spoken too much, and I think we will continue the conversation next week if
yeah.
possible for you to join. If not, I'll be having a soliloquy. But either way, I'll see you guys next week. And till then, take care,
Sure.
take it and go.
Yep.
And
Thank you also to you.
next
Mm.